Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So again, another day above our important support level here is another good day for crypto, for Bitcoin. So yeah, that's what we've got at the moment, even with our WW3 scares. Still managed to hold above this support, so obviously that's pretty good. Pretty worrying. Obviously, news coming across the wires, not managing to tank prices is clearly a good sign. If you want to go and have a look at traditional markets, also look at the S&P. It did yesterday nicely break above our support level, back tested into it, and it's back above it now. Or our resistance, whilst we were below it, broke above the resistance, back tested at support, and we're back above that support now. So that is good to see. We are going to have the important trend line resistance coming in very soon, though. Not say very soon. Next, basically, it'll be the next point of call, and then yeah, we've got to see how we react to that. Because if we do get through here, then yeah, that could be a signal for major risk on. The 10-year also not reacting too badly in the face of the geopolitical news, so that is good to see. It does look like the trend is trying to reverse here, and then clearly the trend still trying to reverse in the dollar. Dollar did manage to wick fully below this support level. However, on the WW3 news, did bounce back up, but not very spectacularly at all, based on something like that, and then is now back down into support. So highly bearish looking price action here, looking good for further downside, which will obviously be beneficial for risk assets. Have a quick look at gold as well. Gold pretty much above its important resistance level. I would say its most major one is around this 1840 to 1880 area. But yeah, above the last major resistance before we have to try and surmount that area. Yeah, so there's that. If we actually want to quick look at currencies, obviously, I mean, it goes without saying, they're all going to be accelerating to the upside based on the acceleration of the downside in the dollar, because this literally is the inverse of them. So the pound at a very interesting level here. We did kind of say that this is probably going to be the low, capitulation low. This is what lows look like. And then yeah, back above this resistance, trying to get back above this resistance now, at which point it's like yeah, I mean, is the dollar going to continue down? I mean, the trend is your friend, isn't it? And this is starting to put in a trend. The euro moving a bit even more aggressively, as you can see, downward sloping trend line. Initially broke back under, then we kind of had obviously this upward sloping trend line it hit into, and then was off to the races. So euro well above parity again. And then also what is an important one is this Japanese yen one as well, because this is causing a lot of problems in markets. A lot of problems. This was highly correlated to risk assets, the movement of this to the upside, and obviously risk assets to the downside. To see this coming off is obviously good. I mean, at the end of the day, it all literally comes down to the dollar. These are all basically dollar pairings. Even gold is a dollar pairing. It's gold versus the dollar. I mean, stocks stocks are a dollar pairing, aren't they? They're companies against the dollar, but obviously, yeah, they operate in an environment that works better. That is more beneficial when the dollar is weaker. So yeah, markets are looking like they are trying to turn around here, so which is clearly good. Obviously we have crypto specific problems. There is a lot of major FUD around. There's like the nearly 300 million, I think it's 300 million maybe, or some ridiculous amount of dollars worth of Ethereum that the FTX drainer wallet's got that he might try and do something with. People are speculating that he can't really do anything with that Ethereum itself, but what he can do is take out some shorts and then dump the Ethereum and then make money on the shorts, which will be unrelated to his account. There's theories about that. There's also but there's also people suggesting that the company that runs GBTC, some of its other subsidiaries are in trouble and they're getting bailouts, If they have a big enough hole, then maybe the GBTC, Bitcoin, and obviously ETH may have to be sold as well. Massive FUD everywhere. This is the sort of thing that you get at the bottoms of markets. This sort of massive FUD, intense fear, nobody wanting to touch it. And then, yeah, I mean, if the thing then isn't coming down lower, then that is not a bad sign. Clearly something can hit sentiment, break some levels. Maybe the dollar does get a decent bounce, although it doesn't look like it's going to at the moment. Maybe stocks get a pullback, although they are looking pretty good, at least for a bit more of a move up, even if they are going to struggle 100 S&P dollar points higher. But yeah, I mean, overall are looking good. So I mean, are we turning the table? I mean, I can't remember who I was listening to, but it was recently. Someone was saying, oh, I do know who it was now. I'm not going to mention his name though. He was saying that basically. Everybody knows we're going to have a recession, we're going to have slowing growth, we're going to have all these problems. Everybody knows that. The market knows that. Has to be priced in. So if it is priced in, then obviously we are forward. Markets are forward looking and have to be looking beyond that. Then, in which case markets can continue up even if the economy does go through its predicted deterioration. So. There are obviously risk factors with that. That being like the recession is deeper, longer. That could happen, or there could be any other sort of geopolitical instability that arises. But yeah, I mean, everybody pretty much knows there's going to be a recession, or we're in one, or there's going to be one. So markets being forward looking, is it priced in? Question mark. Is it priced in? In which case, have we bottomed? So it is a legitimate question. So. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at stochastics. We do know crypto is looking particularly weak. 4 hour not looking good here, looking to give us some downward pressure now. 12 hour though on the move to the upside, so that is not a bad read. That can give us some support. That can at least help us hold that support level. Similar with daily, looking to try and turn back up here. Buy daily still diving, but obviously a few more ticks it could get bottom out. 3 day got a bit of room to run here. 5 day looking to try and turn over, but hasn't as of yet. Weekly has turned back over, but it's not really started to move down. And then bi-weekly still just down there waiting for the rally. Monthly similarly still down there waiting for the next bull market basically. So yeah, I mean, stochastic wise, they will look good if we can basically get a bit of a move up. If we can basically get enough away from this support zone to then not have to worry about it, start taking that 17.5, and then obviously most notably 18.5. Then I mean we've got a really good chance at that point of just this been the low for a while anyway, and then see how high the bounce takes us. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.